Mike, I mean, you really are unique in your intellectual property and everything that you can communicate to the world, and it's such an important part of the narrative. And yeah, just want to take the time out to say thank you, and thanks for continuing going ahead with these tireless efforts and going on all these great platforms like Tucker and Patrick McDavid, and just
And
continuing
London
to
Real.
drive. Yeah, and London Real as well, and drive this message home because it's so important, and it's so important that the public is understanding this. I feel like they are slowly grasping this and slowly starting to question where they get their information from. A couple more things I wanted to ask you about. One is crypto. You know, Trump really went big into crypto. I think it got him a lot of votes. We also know there was quite a lot of money spent in the Stand for Crypto lobbying campaign that probably was pretty effective. Meanwhile, you know, Kamala didn't give it any lip service and obviously had an administration with Warren and Gensler that were very against it. I'm curious what you see there. I think you've talked in the past what's a little more interesting to me, which is these stable coins and the relationship between the State Department and Circle, which is very interesting. Besides something like Bitcoin, which is obviously very decentralized. I'm curious what you think about the whole thing. Obviously, Trump's going in. It looks like we'll get a new SEC chairman. He seems very pro-crypto. He's doing crypto projects. How do you see that also affecting freedom and freedom of speech online?
Well, I have a somewhat complicated relationship with the crypto space, and when I was asked to speak at the Bitcoin 2024 conference this year in Nashville, Tennessee, I asked the organizers. I said, you sure you want me to speak about Bitcoin, because you've seen what I've said about it, right? Because I've done a whole series of videos, and I've been talking about this for many years. And look, my opinion on this is still in flux. I'm not hard committed to what my intuition and research has sort of led me to believe so far, but I can't hide it. It is how I feel, which is that I think when they asked me to speak at Bitcoin 2024, I just published a video called I think it was called Crypto is a Scam, but it's a scam backed by the U.S. government by the U.S. government and the blob, and so it's a great bet. It's a great bet. Even it's just because there's a scam at the heart of it doesn't mean it's not a good investment. And I can sort of flesh out. I'm being a little bit glib when I say that, and. So again, I may not be saying what you or your audience want to hear on some of these things, but I just have to be true to who I am and what I believe about some of the things in this space. And the fact is there is a really interesting role that is being made for the stable coins in the face of threats to the U.S. dollar. In particular, Tether and Circle, and the incredible liquidity that is given by the stablecoins to the whole of the crypto market. I was very, very, very gung-ho about Bitcoin from 2014 to 2018. I had a lot of unanswered questions about Tether and the Tether origin story and the strange sequence of events that appeared to rescue Bitcoin after the Mt. Gox disaster, when you had this strange alliance around Bitfinex and Tether and this magical influx of liquidity into the market, which effectively rescued Bitcoin. Because at the time after Mt. Gox, there was no perceived exchange security. The price completely tanked, the demand was drying up, and then suddenly billions of dollars flowed into it, effectively emanating from Tether, that sent this market signal that this was going to rebound. I think that added to user confidence, that added on the developer side and the miner side to the fact that you shouldn't just, shut down and move into something else. And the fact is Tether is the world's third largest crypto right now, after only Bitcoin and Ethereum. And Tether is not a supposed to be a crypto. It is supposed to be this dollar for dollar match because they're supposed to have a dollar in a vault somewhere that is supposed to represent an actual dollar that they have. If Tether doesn't have every dollar that they put in circulation, they are effectively an offshore Federal Reserve, printing money.
Hey, I know investing in crypto is scary. It takes a real leap of faith because there are so many scams, rug pulls, and bad actors out there. It's a dangerous business, which is why 95% of people lose all their money. Well, that's why I created the London Real Investment Club, so you can access the hottest deals on the planet and use the crypto bull market to create the generational wealth that you deserve. Join my team of over 100 people from around the world that are making millions of dollars behind the scenes investing in blockchain, AI, Web3 games, DeFi, Bitcoin, and more. Don't miss out. Click the link below to book a call with one of my team now. But hurry, this bull market will end soon.
I know investing crypto can be scary. That's why you gotta join the investment club. Pull the trigger. Let's do this.